Friday night, took a little trip out to Lake Avenue. Lake Avenue parking garage, that is. A couple of things have changed since the last time I was here. This parking garage behind me, that's new. I think previously I was able to look down on the onto the ground level from that side. Let's see what else we got here. Look at there, that's Cool Beans, I believe. And then right next to it here we've got that Papa John's that's been there for ages. A little trip down memory lane. I need to be looking at the viewfinder, not the lens, not the viewfinder. So I did one run down the garage already, but there's so many cars still here that I think I'm gonna keep it on the first, or like the top 2 floors or 3 floors, going from 6 to 5 and 5 to 4, because the once you get lower than that, like there's so many cars everywhere, you can't really do a really good turn, or at least I can't, because I would run right into a car. It would be parked right where I don't need it. But you know, fair enough, it is a garage. They're the ones that are supposed to be here, not me. All right, here goes nothing. Coming real tight on this one, dude. Real tight. I always think I'm gonna hit that car. That's what I mean, like when there's cars in the way, I don't know, I just feel like I'm gonna come right at them, smack into them. I said that was tight, but that was actually a very, very wide turn, but that's about as tight as I can get on this board right now. This is a 29-inch board, and on the 41-inch board that I had back in the day, I could get real low and even grab the side of the board, and then get super tight on these turns. You just like dig your heels into it, you know? It's not as easy on this little guy. I may have to resurrect that old board. But yeah, down there's just a few too many cars for comfort around those corners, so. Okay, taking the elevator back up. One thing that's very different is that these days this elevator doesn't reek of urine, which it very much did about 10 years ago. Ceiling's not looking too hot. There's some, you know, it looks about as moldy and crusty as it did, but the fact that I can breathe in here at all is a huge improvement. Used to, I would bring this sort of like, it was like an insulated bandana. There's like bandana material, but the backside was sort of like a fleece thing, and I would just have to like lift it up over my face anytime we went into the elevator. Here we go again. Man alive. Getting more than a little drift on this one. A lot of times in a garage like this, it's got more to do with just how much dust is on the ground than even like the softness of your wheels or anything like that. Here we go. What's great about these is you can look through the walls, you know, like there's these gaps and stuff, and so you can always tell if there's like a car coming or something like that. Beautiful scenery, isn't it? A filthy old parking garage. Here, this guy right here, he really wants to be noticed, so I'm gonna give him some attention. He's got his music blasting. There we go. All right, we're looking at you. You happy? All right, not bad. just goes to show, man, you can be 34 and still rip it up. So I know this coronavirus lockdown thing has got a lot of people going stir crazy in their homes, wanting to get out, wanting to talk to people and stuff. I'm starting to wonder if it's got like the opposite effect on me. So I've always been a bit of an introvert, maybe more than just a bit, but once I start really getting to taste solitude for a few days at a time, I develop like an addiction to it. So this has been kind of a, I don't know, I don't want to say a good thing, because this is certainly not a good thing that's going around right now, but I mean, if there's any silver linings, I think we should always look for those, because I've been able to use it to sort of rediscover my home, fix up some things. I've kind of fallen back in love with my house again, just getting to hang out in it more than usual, using it for more than just eating dinner real quick and going to bed. So that's been pretty nifty. Really, I've still had to work. It's just that really with the gyms being closed, that's kind of where all the excess time is coming from, because I'll just do like a short Tabata workout. Sometimes if just during a break in the daytime, because they go so quick. Tabata only takes as long as you want it to. It's where you just do like 20-second cycle of as many reps as you can with low weight, then 10 seconds off, 20 seconds back on. Do that like 8 times. And then you take a minute off before you switch to the next muscle group. It's not bad. It's certainly all I can do right now with everything being shut down and only having a few small weights that I was able to grab before everybody cleaned out all the sporting goods stores. Because once they announced that all the gyms were closing, everybody went to Academy and Dick's and just cleaned them out. I had to get 2 20-pound weights, and I was thinking, like, because I'm used to doing heavy weights, low reps, so it's time to switch that up, which could be a good thing. I don't know. Apologies to anyone who stumbles on this channel looking for some riveting content. I'm just kind of out in a parking garage on a longboard rambling about stuff. It's kind of fun though. It's kind of refreshing. Just going around the top. Might do another run down to the 4th floor again, who knows. A lot of sirens tonight, dude. A lot of sirens. I used to live down in this area for a good while, and I don't remember them being that frequent. Maybe it's just one of those nights. I'm wondering where all these students are that are usually in those apartments or whatever. They're all doing online classes now. Even the elementary schools, all school systems, everything's online right now. I'm thinking some of them may have headed back home while they had the chance, or most of them anyway. The ones that can. All right. One more for the road. So the reason I'm going toe side over here is because if I go hillside, there's actually another car around that way that I would be more likely to hit. That wasn't too bad that time, dude. Did y'all hear that? It sounded like a dog howling or something. I don't know what that was. Oh, there it is again. It's in the background now. It's like it's coming from the other side. We'll go around here and check it out. I was going around this turn right here when I heard it. I don't know if that was somebody's tire squealing in the other garage or what. Weird. I'll just take it as a sign to get out of here. I'm pooped anyway. Well, y'all, if nothing else, this has been some pretty good practice. Riding around with the camera, holding it. It's not been too strenuous on my arm. Thank goodness it's my right arm. My left arm's recovering from some stuff, but I think it's on the way out of that. Thank goodness. Hopefully I think there's some people renting out our practice space temporarily at the moment, but as soon as they're gone, I'm gonna try to play some drums, get back into jamming with my brother, and hopefully, man, when this coronavirus stuff blows over and everybody's safe and sound, I'll be playing some shows. So yeah, I'll be posting some videos here and there. At the moment, probably mainly for me, just to get better at editing, especially getting faster at editing, being able to do it quicker. So I notice each time I make a video, like the editing process goes a little quicker. So that's kind of what this is about right now. And then hopefully, rather sooner than later, I'll have something going on with like a story to tell or something really fun to watch. Till then, I'm just kind of chilling out like everybody else now with the lockdown going on. It's odd, like I speak about it like there's nothing to do now because of it, but it's almost like I've been doing more than I was, you know, prior to all of it. Would like to be jamming though. Alright, that's it for me. I gotta pee. And I don't feel like doing that out here. Okay, so I was on my way home and then noticed this, so I just wanted to pull over for a moment and point this out. With everything that's closed right now, because anything deemed non-essential has been asked to shut down, even a lot of restaurants, well, I think all restaurants, if they're still open, have switched to a takeout only model. So they're not letting anybody in the restaurant, or at least not in the restaurant for long. And even they're closing at like 8, like a lot of places have cut their hours. But at 9:30 on a Friday night, this head shop or whatever called Smoke Rings is open. And there's people in there. Like when I drove by, there was like people at the counter, like buying, you know, whatever, something that could probably wait right now. But I don't know. This is what happens when the people in charge just release a statement saying all non-essential businesses need to close, but then they don't put any penalties with it. And I think this is why we're not going to fare too well through this, because no one's being forced to close. You know, like they've asked, at least at the city level, I think maybe there was real legislation behind it, I don't know, but you know, gyms are closed. Like, I think hair salons and barbershops are closed. Like a lot of things that, you know, usually are part of people's everyday lives. But this place, look, what's the justification? I mean, I'm sure I sound like a grouch, but I mean it. You know, I just think that's stupid. I don't know, rant over. Just noticed this and had to remark on it.